Alright guys, welcome back to my Let's Play of Crusader Kings 2. I'm just going to take a minute to get up to speed with a few things. First of all, a patch came out recently, yesterday actually, that changed the game mechanics a bit. It actually changed the interface. This mini-map down here has been changed to hide most of the buttons, and you can just put your favorites here, which I'm kind of conflicted about. I didn't have a problem with the way it was before, but there were a bunch of buttons that I never used. And the Find Characters button has been placed down here. It used to be up here where the Religion button is. Factions have gotten their own tab. And now there are Republics, because that was the main thrust of the DLC. And I'm going to go ahead and advance the game one day, and we should see the changes take place. Right now, you can see that the Serene Doge Alierdo of the First of Venice, you can see the border around him is like mine, but it should change as the patch takes effect. And it has. So now he is part of a republic, and a whole system of families for republics has been implemented. Also, now every coastal territory has the possibility of one of those families creating a trade post, which gives bonuses to the person in charge of that county. So that changes my game just a little bit. I definitely want to get at least one merchant republic in Ireland as I continue to try to conquer it. Let's look at the state of the world. It looks like my attacks on Castile have weakened it enough that Leon is now going to take it over. It's not a slam dunk because they are being attacked in a holy war for Cordoba, but if they get Castile and they lose Cordoba, I don't know that it's going to be that much of an issue. They will definitely be stronger with the... Either way, their strength will be significant, which will mean that even though my son shall inherit these claims on the Spanish kingdoms, it's going to be that much more difficult because they're going to be more united. And I checked on my niece, who I was going to change my my succession laws for to nominate, because I thought that she would be becoming the Queen of Scotland. But it didn't happen because of, I think, because of their succession laws, which are, let's see, I saw it before. Their succession laws are agnatic elective, which means that only men can be elected. So there was no real way of ever inheriting Scotland through her. And now she's just a countess who doesn't even have control of her bishopric or her city. So what I will be doing is continuing to fabricate claims on Ireland and consolidate my British holdings, or my British power, and my power in Britain. And at the same time, or Britannia, I should say, I plan on creating two merchant republics so that they can cede trading posts in Britannia. I guess right now I'm fabricating a claim on Thomond, and that'll be it. I'm hoping that I don't get a regency, and that my king does not die because of his stress. Although it will be slower because he does get more health for being a brilliant strategist. So he's not losing as much as a normal character would. Let's see, some other things that happened were that Jerusalem was founded, though I don't expect that it will be there for long, considering they can't raise any troops, and one duchy's worth of troops are not going to be able to defend against the Fatimids. Another interesting thing is that I'm playing a separate game in Ireland, and the Byzantine Empire has... The Fatimids have gone all through Tuscany and Italy. Basically, they've conquered almost all of Italy. And the Seljuks have moved in on the Byzantine Empire, and the Byzantine Empire is fractured terribly. But in this game, the Fatimids have been beaten in a crusade. The Byzantine Empire is resurgent. Actually, they're taking over... They've taken over some of Armenia again. The first invasion from the Seljuks is usually for Armenia, and they lose all of it. But they've been able to take some of it back and move into Syria. So very interesting how this game can play out differently each time. Also in my other game, the Saracens have captured most of Iberia. But in this game, Leon is not guaranteed to continue to be, as strong as they are, but they're doing a lot better. And France has pushed down, not only France, but the Holy Roman Empire has pushed down into the southern Iberia here. So it may be that we see France swallow up the rest of these territories, and Leon as well. So in the meantime, let's go ahead and get things going. I'm going to change up my strategy a little bit and focus more on keeping more money in my coffers, because if I had the funds at my disposal, I would have been able to take Castile no problem. So I'm not going to focus on building. I'm going to get about 500 gold, and then I'm going to try to keep that as a buffer. Also, we have that loan that we have to repay, probably. But I'm wondering if, because I'm a king, I can fudge it and just say I'm not going to pay it. I'm going to speed it up a little bit more. I usually like to play at 3, but really I don't have much to do at the moment. So I'm really excited to see exactly what's going to be, what the effects of the Republic gameplay are. Here we go. Thoman to use it. 144 gold. But we should have enough men to not have to raise any of our mercenaries. I'm going to move him to fabricate on Ormond. See what kind of allies he has. He has no allies, so he's alone. Poor 6-year-old boy. Declare war. Raise our army. Alright, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually land in Ormond, because you get a penalty to attacking when you're disembarking. Need about 24 ships. We actually may be able to get everybody onto this one. 73 gold, I can definitely use it. Let's see, maybe that's not enough. That's not enough. Okay. And we just hope that we don't die. Oh, they're gonna run. So they have a chance to... The computer's really good at moving before you can get to their territory, and sometimes you have to chase troops. So you have to do a little running around, but we'll lay siege and speed things up. So I'm going to focus on Ormond. I am also remembering what I said about usurping Ulster, and it only costs 100 gold, so I think that will be our next move. Wow. A lot of my, well, just a few of my vassals are very upset at me for keeping their troops up, and I might go ahead and do them a favor, or do myself a favor. Let's see if I can't get rid of those. Oh, it looks like he's defending against the Earl Flan and the Ormondian claim on Thomond, but we're gonna take it. Unfortunately, I think that means we're gonna have to fight the Ormondian army afterward. So he accepts, and yes. What I actually might make this emergent republic. I'll show you how to do that. Okay, so basically it's going to take a while for them to actually come up to speed, but that's fine. Recently conquered different culture. So if you want to turn over territory to create a republic, all you have to do is go to a mayor and grant him the county. So I'm going to grant him the county of Desmond. I'm going to do the same thing for Thomond. Grant him the title of the county. Oh, okay. I can't give it to him yet. I'll finish that in a second. Chase this army. Yeah, they don't stand a chance. We've got very good martial scores here. So this is Ormond and Meath. We'll see if he'll take a white piece. No. Okay. So we're going to actually have to capture some of his counties. Just not a bad thing exactly. We'll get some money out of it. But I really would like to get this republic started. It might be a mistake to make a republic that's this powerful, but we'll see. My son is of age. He has a horrible porn star mustache. Let's go ahead. I like that he has good martial skills. His diplomacy is still lacking, but we can find him a good wife. What I'm going to try to do is find a duchess for him. And there he goes. The character button is down here now. We're going to search all. women who are rulers and who are not married, and rank them. The Duchess of Scone, Austria, Champagne. But he can't marry her. That's not gonna work out. Let's take a look at some of the larger duchies. You can do that. You can see exactly what the land comprises by just clicking on their icon. Now this is the de jure, which means that this is where, you know, all of their lawful lands are, but this is what it is right now. Duke of Hereford is, you know, I'm going to look at Cornwall. No, that won't work. Agnatic primogeniture. Let's look at York. York is big. We can look to the Isles. Morag. Alright, I might just only be able to get an alliance here. I was hoping to put him in line to inherit some land, but I guess the Duchy of Scone, or Skane. I will go ahead and betroth him to her, and hope that her stats get better. She should have a good stewardship stat based on her ward, or her guardian. So I'm going to arrange a betrothal between she and Cadwallon. Oh, the daughter of a countess? But she's a duchess. And a daughter of a duke. That's weird. Norway. Let's see what Scone comprises. Oh, that's only 3 territories. It's not really powerful. Aquitaine. Well, club-footed. Her ward is, or guardian is really bad at stewardship, but good at diplomacy. Agnatic, cognatic, Galvokine. Her father should not be able to have any more children, and she'll inherit. And we'll look at Aquitaine. It's not what I would have expected it to be, but it's more land than we have. I'll go ahead and do this. Minus 100 for marrying the daughter of a duke. But that's okay. What I hope is that her lands will eventually come into my family. Try to offer peace again. Nope. I'm informed the moneylender that loan is due. 250 gold it is. Alright. Now we don't have that loan head over our head, then hanging over our head. We'll get our money up, and then we'll continue on changing the organization of Ireland. 50 gold, Andreas told me. 50 gold, or I tell everyone what a coward you are. Please don't tell anyone. Lose 50 gold. I would have to be extorted by this guy, my half-brother. I'm still trying to improve my diplomacy even at 59. So now we're waiting for this. Let's see, my confidence has grown and I don't feel so awkward anymore. I lose the trait shy. Speed it up a little bit more. You suddenly wake up in a cold sweat. The cook's wife you had her imprisoned for the supposed theft of the necklace all those years ago, but you forgot to let her out. Oh Lord. Magda, quick to the dungeons. Wow, you're too late. The jailer explains that she passed away in the dark corner of her cell several years ago from the plague. Her remains were dumped together with the countless other thieves and cutthroats who perished in the same epidemic. This might explain why you caught your cook spitting in your stew the other day. Wow. Oh, that's cool. Decisions you make can come back to kick you in the butt. He'll accept a white piece. I'll gain 100 prestige. I'll accept that so that I can disband my men. Now you also want to disband your soldiers in territories that you control, or else only a portion of them will return home. I will make this duchy, or this merchant republic now. Go ahead and grant him Thomond. Alright, so now I can create the duchy level title of Munster. And I will decide who gets it. Both of them don't like me. Wrong government type, desires the Duchy of Munster, ambitious. This guy desires the Duchy of Munster, ambitious. That's unfortunate. But this is going to free our Chancellor up, because I can just press the claim for Thomond. Having such a powerful man could be a mistake, but I'm willing to risk it. Celibate, ambitious, he has a marshal of 22, we have a marshal of 10, high diplomacy. You will be my new let's see, we're going to grant him the Duchy of Munster. Include the lower titles so that Thomond goes under his control. And now it's become a merchant republic. A great house has arisen at the forefront of Munsterian politics under patrician Enna of Mac Diarmada, U Nelmoir, U Faelain, Lorc, and Marchada. So now he loves me, though, which is great. He's going to love me even more when I press his claim for Thomond. Now, Thomond is at war. My half-brother Andreas, who extorted money from me, wants land, and I tell him no. Let's see, Thomond is, or Ormond is, defending. Oh, he's helping Meath. Kildare is trying to take over Meath. I'm going to go ahead and attack Ormond while he has few troops there. This is the army of Kildare. Did you claim a Normand? Alright. Raise our armies again. Them I'm just gonna go ahead and send overland. After I get some gold too in my coffers, I'm gonna work on increasing my navy because it's wanting. I would like to be able to carry over any size mercenary group that I need. I can do that by directly going to the cities and building harbors, which they've actually been doing. Now it looks like they're pretty good. They're pretty well off here. Send my troops back. Let's see. Leinster is presence have revolted in Desmond. We'll not worry about that right now. Leinster is attacking for a claim on Ormond. I'm sorry, Leinster. I got there first. I have the bigger army. You're gonna have to defer to me. Only problem is, if they capture any of these territories, then I won't get them. But I don't think that I should get them, considering I'm gonna take the county away. Alright, I'm gonna deal with these troublesome peasants right now. Assault. Alright, now I can move back and finish the job over here. See how our vassals are. Some of them still not exactly happy. Suffered a setback. See, Leinster has taken the bishopric of Clonmacnoise. Our gold is steadily climbing. Let them fight it out, reduce their numbers. Not by much, but anything helps. Still have another 500 men. Well, we have 500 men that have come up into reserves. And there's a certain threshold that you need to get in order to besiege a territory. So, it's like this garrison is 250 men, and they cannot successfully siege it with 24. My king died, and my son has taken over. I have a new heir, Count Gruffith of Tyrone. Great diplomacy score, great stewardship of my house. Gotta say, I wouldn't mind if my character died right now. But I don't want him to. I have a good spy master. He's leading troops. Click to recall him. Hopefully, I should not die while the siege is going on. Collected the tithe and Gwent. 1 gold. Thank you. My chancellor has died. Put Gruffith in charge. The good thing is, my vassals are have been reset because they were upset at my father and not me. Let's attack Leinster's troops and then make way for Ossory. Alright, that's enough to take head on here. That is too much. And very good. Leinster cannot besiege that territory. I've taken the bishopric, so we will get good. Earl Flan will become my will become the Grand Mayor. Echmarchach will become Earl Flan's liege. We'll accept. So these two territories, where they used to be Ormond, are now part of the Kingdom of Wales under Desmond. Move our army. We will disband. And now, as I said last time, I am going to create the Duchy of Ulster. You can create these entities or these titles if you have a certain amount of the de jure territory, which I'll show right now. So the de jure Duchy of Ulster is these 4 territories. You can create it if you have half. We'll look at the kingdom level. So this is Ireland. If you own 7 out of the 13 territories, then you can create Ireland. So that's what we'll be shooting for. Right now, we will go ahead and create Ulster. And we will make our heir Duke. And include Tyrconnell. It's also nice to delegate these territories because, one, you don't suffer a penalty. See, if I kept Tyrconnell as my direct vassal, my duke would be upset at me because of holding territory that he believes to be his. Also, I don't have to deal with Tyrconnell anymore. He's Griffith's problem now, and so will Oriel when I go ahead and press Griffith's claim, or Ulster's claim on Oriel. Could offer vassalization, but he won't take it peacefully, so we will have to force it upon him. Check and see if he has any allies. He has none. So we will declare war on him. Raise our ever-growing armies. I don't know why I'm so anal about doing that. Have them embark on the ships. Land at Tyrconnell. And with our full force, go through Tyrone. Castle Belvoir. Knights of St. John have established a new hold in the county of Safed. Alright, completely wiped out Oriel's troops. Let's look at the wealth of the Grand Mayor. well, because I don't have the Republic DLC, I don't understand all of the nuances of how they build trade posts. But one of there's going to be 5 families, as you can see here. House Lork, the ones that were introduced when I created it, and the 5 families can create these trade posts, and they'll own them. But I get some of the benefits too, monetary benefits, and I can seize it for a one-time bonus, basically. And hopefully with this I will cut off Scotland, but you know, they can try to take any of these territories if they want to. I think I'm going to focus on trying to max out the money-making buildings in one territory, then move on to the next. So now I'm at 500. I'm going to wait. I'm going to try to keep about 500 at all times, because you never know. That's usually how I end up having success. That is unexpected. Not only did Leon fail in taking Castile, but Castile took most of Leon. And they kept Vizcaya because Navarre was attacking Vizcaya. Wow. And not only that, they pushed into Badajoz. And France has taken that's what I saw. That's what I expected. France has continued. The Muslims in this game are very weak. Holy Roman Empire has invaded. Wow. This is very different than what I usually experience. This is going to be an interesting game later on. Kind of don't know where I'm going to want to try to expand into. I guess right now the goal is just to create an empire here, the Empire of Britannia. Let's see, here it is. Carve out my own little place in the world. Is there going to be some juggernauts in this game? Enforce my demands. And it's also good to press the Duke's claims, because they will very much appreciate it. Like, I get a pressed my claim bonus of 100. Fulfilled ambition, granted a duchy. So hopefully he does not do a boneheaded move like rebel against me. Can also press Ulster, but I'm not really ready to take on Scotland, I don't think. So I'm just going to hang back a little bit and continue my efforts here in Ireland. And once I create the king title of Ireland, I may actually be able to... Let's see if she'll accept offer vassalization. No. I may be able to get everyone to just fall in line. So let's send our Chancellor, who is incredible. The only problem is that there's a chance that he might die because of sending him into this territory. It is a risky business if they catch him fabricating claims. I'm gonna keep my spy master at home for now. I'm going to probably try to increase the bishops. I'm sure, I bet that that's the exact one. Yep, make him happier with himself. Put him in a room until he likes me more. Alright. It's unfortunate that England has been so stable. Measles broke out in Tyrconnell. The mayor wants to kill Owena. Who is that? Known plots. My courtier. It's a falconer. I don't get involved in courtier business. I will keep an eye on things here. I would like to know how much a trade post costs. I'll be purchasing the Republic DLC as soon as I can. I'm happy with Paradox's their policy on if an expansion comes out, there'll be features that get published to everyone and not just those that have the expansion. Alright, 200 gold. We're gonna upgrade our castle town here. It's Caradog of Wales, my uncle. The old generation is dying out. Betrothed can marry. Yes, that's fine. Yes, it's everyone's concern. Take the money every time. So right now we have 6. We need one more. A new great house comes to the forefront of Munsterian politics. Interesting. I don't know what that means. We need better stewards. Well, the Duchess of Leinster. She's very weak. She's my cousin. I feel sorry for the designs that I have for that territory, taking her out of power, but Castle Beth Giblin in Acre. So we go over to Jerusalem, which is under attack. Oh, is attacking. Wow. Attacking for Damascus. This should be interesting. Ah. Okay. That was probably because they were rebelling. But for quite a few more years, they're not going to be able to do much. King of Jerusalem here. Unless Brittany, unless the holdings in Brittany get expanded. Let's see, there's some battles going on in Hereford, a succession crisis. My wife is pregnant. Hopefully her father will croak soon. There's a strong claim on the Kingdom of France. Weak claim on the Kingdom of Castile. A strong claim on the Kingdom of France. Interesting. What is French succession? Castletown has already been built. Go to Wooden Palisade. French succession is agnatic elective. I don't know if this is a new thing in the game. This is agnatic primogeniture. I know that this is agnatic cognatic elective. That's fine. Andreas. Continue to say no to Andreas. Yeah, France has just completely steamrolled these countries. I have a daughter, which is not exactly the greatest thing. If you have an heir that's a daughter, that actually counts as a negative in your relations with your vassals. Let's see if I can afford to build another castle towns right now. Come on, Chancellor. Really hate to see him go, since I have all of these great modifiers going on with him. '23. Skill technician. Unless I get really sick, you know, I should survive for a while. I have not chosen an ambition. Let's improve our intrigue. I usually like to go for become let's see, well known among men. Like become virtuous. Man, I have to look that up later. But there are two ambitions that I usually like to just go ahead and I forgo everything else for, because they give you a paragon of virtue is one of them. They give you bonuses to your relationships across your kingdom. A paragon of virtue and like great among men or something like that. That's the other one. Perhaps. Wow, no. Connacht has horrible diplomacy. We're just getting really bad rolls. That's unfortunate. And I still cannot, or choose not to press that claim for Ulster at the moment. It's also nice to hold off on that, because when his heir inherits, I can press that claim for Ulster, and then I'll get that bonus that I got for pressing a claim to ensure his loyalty. As far as ensuring it can go in this game, because you never know. Let me look at De Jure Kingdoms. There's something called De Jure Drift in this game. It's like right now, Cornwall is Wales territory. I think I've explained it before. And 33 years. Perfect. He's increased his own opinion. In 33 years, it will be English, and I will no longer have a claim on it. Look at our weak claims real quick. So there is a claim for Leinster, Count of Ormond. I will see if any of these... it doesn't look like... Oh yeah, I'm not going to be attacking the Holy Roman Empire. This is... I can claim Imperies for Bishop Ponk, but you would have to take it from the Holy Roman Empire. Not going to happen. Same thing with the Kingdom of France. Oh, my cousin is now incapable. Count Flan of Ormond. Gabrin. Looking to see if any of these characters are a part of my dynasty, because if they are, then I would be able to have them as my vassal right away. Count Flan of Ormond. Well, it looks like Sitik has made a trade post in Ormond. I'm hoping that they continue and start building them in my territories. You can check out trade zones with these new buttons here. And the bigger the trade zone, the more money is generated. So let's keep going. We have enough money in a few seconds to keep building up our economy. And hope that we get a claim. There it is. Use it. Alright. More battle. Recall him. I'm going to forbid him from leading an army because, well, actually it doesn't matter now. I have a daughter. The Earl has allies. The Duke of Meath, Earl of Leinster, and Bishop Ferns of Leinster. So we're going to have to contend with them, but none of them are going to be able to put up enough of a fight to be of any danger to us. So, but this will allow us to take over Connacht. It's a 2-province duchy. How are the papacy? Wow. How did he become pope? Interesting. Well, might have to attack the pope one day for that territory, which shouldn't be too difficult. Alright. War. We have war. Raise our armies. That's just great. Look at that. 1,500 men. 2 armies of 1,500. No characters are leading them, though. So we're going to go ahead and fix that. Cadwallon, Madog, and Sinwallon. Let's hope. Let's see. They'll get there on the July 8th. They'll get there on July 14th, July 13th. Perfect. When things start going your way in this game, there is you tend to gain a lot of momentum until all the little guys in the area have been taken care of, and then it's more complicated because you've got to scheme and plot and attack when people are vulnerable. I'm not going to worry about those. And I've got enough men where I might just start... Oh. Call to arms. We request... Who is this? The Duchy of Leinster. Obligation and answer is call to arms against Princess Marjorie of Scotland and King Lambert of Scotland. If we accept to be a part of the Princess Marjorie of Scotland's war to revoke Clydesdale and the Scottish Leinster War de jure war over Clydesdale. I don't care. I'm going to decline. I'm going to take the prestige hit. He's going to hate me. But I don't want to get involved in that. I will let her revoke Clydesdale. In the meantime, we will assault this castle. Once you get a 10-to-1 or more advantage over the enemy, it's a pretty much good policy to assault. And they're already halfway done, so this is going to go pretty quickly. Oh, I just said that. Alright, it is as if I see Sanka for the first time, or Sansa, that's French. Her good-natured spirit, the interesting and funny quirks she has, and how lovely she really is. Oh yeah, she is French. Sansa. Occitan. From Aquitaine. So that would be, wow, interesting. I embrace a love for her. I only think it's interesting, Sansa, because of Game of Thrones. I see what happens. See, Leinster has Galloway. Perhaps next time we will come to their defense. Because I'm hoping that he will accept... Oh, let's see. I'll explain everything in a moment. Offer peace. Enforce demand. Okay. I have enough territory to form another title. I will now become the King of Ireland. It'll cost me 340 gold, but that's fine. It'll piss off some people. You'll see right now, this Duke, he's fine. This Duke, he really loves me. But the moment I create this king title, then they're going to want it to take it from me. So that's going to be an issue. But it's going to be worth it if this works. So now I'm going to have two titles. I'm going to be the King of Wales and Ireland. I'll go over to my cousin here, who hates me because I didn't go to war with... which might... Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's see. Leinster will accept. Offer vassalization. Yes. My faithful vassal, Queen Sansa of Wales, is rather honest and has publicly spoken about my virtues. This has radicalized my vassals, where some agree and some do not. Count Harold, Mayor, and Bishop, but everyone else is much happier. Look at Brefna. No, Brefna will not accept. The Duke of Meath, will you accept? Oh, he's at war. We already know that Ossory will not accept, or the Duke of Leinster will not accept. My cousin. But what has happened? But I will be able to declare war and have a de jure claim on Ossory. I will have a de jure claim on Kildare and Brefna and Dublin, and I will be able to unite Ireland. Focus on building up our military. And then I can work on sniping Scotland. We'll test our strength probably first against Ulster. but this should be very interesting. They'll get Galloway back once their truce is up. Oh, they have no truce. Yeah, they'll get Galloway back once I push out the Duke of Leinster from Ossory. They'll immediately attack for that. But this is getting interesting. I'll get my money back up, and then see if we'll need to work on hiring some mercenaries to take the lands that we want. We can hire retinues now. I only have 1,000. My retinue cap is 1,700, so I'll have to take a good hard look. But we can look at retinues in the next episode. I hope you have enjoyed. Thanks for watching, and I look forward to playing more Crusader Kings 2 with you. Whoa! Okay. That was not expected. Anyways, looks like Anatolia is trying to rebel, or is trying to take over the Byzantine Empire. Looks like there's going to be a Byzantine shakeup, which has allowed Calabria to... Okay, but Calabria is part of that as well. Interesting times. Holy Roman Empire has moved their capital to Cagliari. Wow. Alright. Well, anyways. See you next time.